going to a different direction here, you made an incredible purchase over the last few days here. Not video game related, but art. But art related to a video game.
Yes, video game art related.
Yeah, exactly. What did you pick yourself up?
So I got the incredibly fortunate opportunity to buy the original artwork for the logo to Mortal Kombat, the 1992 arcade original logo.
Would like the dragon in the circle?
The dragon in the circle. The thing you show to anyone and they know it's Mortal Kombat.
You bought the original artwork.
The original artwork
for that logo.
For that logo. So it's an ink painting on vellum, which is like a more slightly transparent material, and that was used. They put it into a graphic arts camera, which was a huge device at the time, and that allowed them to take a really high resolution photograph of it and transfer it onto a bigger film for printing. So I have the original ink drawing, which is the only art for that logo, and 2 proof prints, which they made afterwards.
So who did you get it from?
I got it from a collector who bought it from the artist back in 2020.
Okay, so it was still in possession of the original artist up until 2020?
He'd kept it for 30 years.
What's his name?
Paul Niemeyer.
Okay.
Yeah, he's known. He worked for Bally Williams, like back in the day in Chicago.
Like arcade, pinballs.
Yeah,
I think is
pinball
Bally.
arcade. Yeah, all that kind of stuff. Yeah. So, Ed Boon and John Tobias had brought him on as a freelancer to do the artwork for the arcade cabinet. So John Tobias provided him with sketches and various things to work off of, and so he did the final illustrations for the MK cabinet.
Wow.
Yeah.
And how big is it?
It's not too big. It's only maybe it's like 6 inches.
Oh, small.
Yeah, fairly small.
It's really small, actually.
But they blew it up to like a bigger size for reproduction. But yeah, it's because he was illustrating it off a sketch John Tobias did.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, sorry, what do you mean? I guess he was doing it off of a sketch.
Yeah. So John Tobias designed the dragon logo.
Okay.
Which he provided to Paul to do the final art off of.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So do you know if that sketch also exists?
I don't believe so.
Like, I would assume not. It would just be something.
It's just literally a little pencil drawing on a piece of paper.
That's what I figured.
Yeah.
And can you say how much you paid for this?
No, but
that's when you know it's special.
I thought it was very reasonable, and it was within my realm of affordability.
Multiple hundreds of dollars. Is that
no?
Multiple thousands of dollars. I kept getting more.
He made it reasonable for me, and I was very grateful for
that. All right.
Yeah. So the guy I got it from is a prop collector, and he has a bunch of movie props, like from the Mortal Kombat movie, from the games, even from the original games.
What kind of props?
Like Scorpion's stunt mask, and he has like original ninja tabards from the second movie, and
that's insane.
He has the original Scorpion face mask from the first game, because they were all live actors that were photographed.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So he's got the original
Was
Scorpion.
he selling any of that stuff, or is he also a big collector himself?
He's a big collector of himself, but he found himself in some divorce issues, so he needed to sell stuff, which really sucks. I feel bad for him.
Yeah, that's all. How much does he want for the Scorpion, man? Like, so how bad is his divorce thing?
Yeah.
Can I make a purchase?
That one was, I think, he was asking $4,000 US for that.
I mean, maybe I'm just demented, but that doesn't sound expensive.
No, I thought
it sounds reasonable.
I almost bought that.
Okay.
That's what I was asking.
You come over to the podcast wearing the Scorpion?
It's literally just a face sash.
Oh, really?
That's the only original. He made he had a special mannequin made for it, so it looks like presentable. But yeah, it's just the face mask.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So you don't get an actual like coif or hood or.
You do. It comes with a mannequin. I don't know if you can actually remove it off it or
gotcha.
Not. Yeah, I don't know exactly, but I asked him about that, and then I was like, hey, what about the ink art, like the logo art? So we talked about that instead, because he knew I was an art collector.
Okay.
Yeah, and to me, Mortal Kombat was a huge thing in my life, for sure. My mom, I think it was early 1993, probably around my birthday. She's like, okay, you can get a new game. And I wanted like Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat. She's like, you can only choose one. So Mortal Kombat. was the choice.
Really, hey?
And that really dominated me and my friends' lives for many, many years, up until MK4 probably.
Okay. So
On-
you played Mortal Kombat for a lot of years.
Yeah, had them all on SNES, and yeah.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
Do you still play Mortal Kombat?
No, I'm not huge into fighting games. It's like Smash or something.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
You dropped out of the like competitive fighting scene.
Yeah, you know what? I never liked the having to remember all the combos and crap of all the characters. It's not my kind of game.
So are you telling me you sucked at Mortal Kombat? Is that?
I'm sure I was good at the earlier ones because they required a lot less
yeah, I
finesse
guess
than
in
the new ones
general.
do.
In general.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah.
And Mortal Kombat is obviously incredible franchise,
Mhm.
but not one I have a lot of actual connection to.
Yeah.
Like that artwork for me resonates as a piece of history,
Yeah.
but not necessarily a nostalgic. The first Mortal Kombat I think I had was not Deception, but on PS2.
Armageddon?
No.
No, what's
No, there's one more in there. Not
Alliance,
Shaolin
Deadly
Monks.
Alliance.
Yes, Deadly Alliance.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was like my first one. So I
Okay.
didn't touch the franchise for the first, when did it come out? 94? 93?
92 art in an arcade.
It was probably the first 10 years I
Yeah.
didn't touch it.
93 and or late 92 for Super Nintendo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The first 10 years completely missed Mortal Kombat, which I was young. I don't even.
Yeah,
like,
you're pretty young, yeah.
Not weird. I missed it. We had Killer Instinct. I mean, that was great. That was
Yeah.
like the only fighting game I owned at the time.
Yeah.
And that just held me through.
Yeah,
Like,
Killer Instinct was great.
It was great. It's a
For sure.
fantastic game.
Yeah.
But so Mortal Kombat, I mean, that artwork obviously resonates with anyone who sees it,
Yeah.
which makes
yeah.
it such an incredible piece.
Yeah, I think it's a really important piece. And, it's kind of like you can't really own box art for Mortal Kombat because there's no paintings at all.
That was all done by Midway? Or who would have done the actual box art then?
Yeah, so they basically, after the arcade stuff, they digitized it.
Oh,
But it's-
really?
it's-
That early?
Yeah, it's pretty, you can tell on the SNES box actually that it's digital. Like it's definitely not airbrush. There's like generated effects on it and stuff.
Gotcha.
But that logo, or that original arcade logo, was the basis for everything.
Was there arcade artwork then that exists, or not even that? Like
Not
arcade
really.
cabinet.
Not really. It was mostly photo stuff.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So you have, I don't want to say like the penultimate. I don't want to talk it up too much here.
Well,
Get you too excited. But
I mean, like, if I could pinpoint a singular piece of art that would define the franchise of Mortal Kombat, it's the logo for sure.
yeah. Well, that's why. I mean, Scorpion's mask was also up there. That's why as soon as you said it, I was like, oh my god.
Yeah,
like,
it's really cool. But
Sub-Zero's like outfit is like, oh yeah.
yeah,
Some
and
of the most.
the thing about Mortal Kombat 2 is they're all color swaps of Scorpion.
Oh really?
So Scorpion's costume is the only one for the ninjas.
So that's crazy.
Yeah.
And then they just
And just digitally
Color
color
swapped
swap.
it?
Yeah.
I didn't realize that. Well, you
Yeah.
should have bought it.
So it's
like, that's
technically
the-
Scorpion, Sub-Zero, Reptile.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's crazy.
Smoke and MK2. They use the same costume in MK2.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Just-
Except for the thumbnail of Scorpion and the ninjas. They used like a pinball style, or not pinball, airsoft style mask
That's weird.
for that.
Yeah. Weird. They just swapped like that one
Yeah.
thing.
I,
but-
I think it looked better in the photos, but in terms of practicality for the actors, probably not so great because he had to do like, flips and stuff.
Wearing like an air mask,
Yeah.
airsoft mask.
Yeah. So he used the same face sash for MK2 as well.
Like stuff like this is just insane.
Yeah.
I'm glad that this is somewhat documented,
Mhm.
even if like I know nothing about this. Right? Like,
Yeah.
This is a whole world that I don't operate in.
Yeah.
But I'm glad that like the information exists.
Yeah.
And I know movie prop collecting, video game prop collecting is like it runs circles around video game collecting itself. Like the value on some movie props is just nuts to me,
Yeah.
frankly.
Yeah.
Like
Well, movies have been around so long. So, they have this incredible history of exchange and, increase in price over the years.
is it generational? Like, do people still go after like I don't even know what 30s, 40s movies? Like, does that stuff still command massive value, or like will Harry Potter's wand kind of fade away as we age?
Hmm.
Gandalf's sword.
It's tough to say. I think there will be people for a long time who will value these things. Just in general, just as a movie prop. It's like if you can point to like a super important movie.
Yeah, that's what I mean. If we just go to a big movie,
Yeah.
the prop itself should last for a generation or two
Yeah.
of collecting.
We'll have to ask Garth because he has some screen use costumes from 1930s gangster
Oh,
movies.
really?
Yeah.
Yeah, see, that's crazy.
He's got an original Gremlin as well, one of the maquettes. Really cool.
Like, that's insane.
Super cool. Yeah.
Going back to like 30s stuff though, it's like it doesn't obviously resonate with me whatsoever.
No.
Like I have no connection, and nothing.
Mhm.
I don't know. The barrier to entry seems very hard, even just from an information perspective.
Yeah.
Never mind money. I'm sure that stuff's very expensive.
Oh yeah.
But just
Even those old posters. Where
Yeah,
there's like
I've
sometimes
seen some
only
of the
one
posters he
copy
has,
or
yeah.
something. Yeah. Yeah, it's insane.
I just don't even know how to get like the information to like care about this.
Yeah.
It's all pre-internet.
Yeah. There is a community for sure. A lot of it is older guys. A lot of it is very wealthy actors.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Leonardo DiCaprio has a very big poster collection.
That makes sense.
And he has a guy who helps him with it. He has like his agent.
Yeah.
You know. So I think it's a very kind of exclusive club.
It makes sense that other actors would resonate with older movie stuff. That makes perfect sense.
Yeah. There's real money there.
Yeah.
So
fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah, and there's 100 years of history, so
that's why it's lucky that you're able to grab this original Mortal Kombat piece. And
yeah.
Is this something you're keeping?
Yeah.
You think? Yeah.
I think so. Obviously I have stuff I value a lot, but it's when you get to something that's just so iconic, it's like it's even unfathomable for me to like put a number on it. It's like
it feels super weird.
How do you like value the most iconic imagery of such a powerful franchise? It's like, I don't know. I have no idea. If someone wants to take a go at valuing it, be my guest.
You need to do the whole Pawn Stars thing now, where you like bring yourself in as an expert, and you're that's worth an infinite amount of money right there.
Yeah,
like,
that's right. Yeah, that's
even though you just paid X, like
that's
it's
infinity.
Worth, yeah,
that's right.
I just paid this, but now that I own it, it's worth like 1 million.
Right. Well, that's the thing about one of a kind stuff. It's worth different to everyone.
I know. Like you could literally just flip it tomorrow because someone else sees it.
Yeah,
and it's weird. It's
not
weird
that I would, but it's like it has. I think it has that potential for sure.
Yeah, and it could be flipped again after someone else buys it from you.
Yeah,
depending on how like again attention and like it's just weird. It's super weird world.
And really, it was just a kind of random opportunity. I saw the sales post. I was just like, I remember the post he made when he got that art, and I was like, oh, damn. Like I was kind of bummed that I missed that kind of thing. Even though I didn't even know.
Missed it back in 2020.
Yeah. Even though I didn't know who the artist was. But I was like, that's when I was really starting to get knee deep into artwork.
Yeah.
And really loving it. And then I saw that and I was like, oh, I feel like I missed the
Your
thing.
once in a lifetime chance.
Yeah. Yeah. So I kind of had written it off for a long time. Because usually when something goes into collectors' hands, you're gonna see like an exponential increase to try and get it.
Of course, they don't want to get rid of it.
Yeah.
It's like we were talking about with the not that you're a billionaire, but with those 2 Impossible comic books.
Yeah.
Like the 9.0s are like that's it, they're locked away.
Yeah.
Obviously, I mean, someone could give you a certain amount of money. I'm sure you'd part with it. If someone offered you $1 million, it'd be hard to say no.
I mean, it's again, money talks. It's like, well, you can't. Obviously, everything does have a value, but I think you really learn what your threshold is when someone actually makes the offer. But
well, exactly though. That's someone offers you 10,000. It's like, well,
why?
Yeah, why exactly?
What could I buy with that? An okay N64 game?
A week of groceries?
A week of groceries in Canada?
Yeah, it's just not going far enough anymore.
No.
But it's super interesting, though, in that world. Because I don't even operate in it. I don't have a lot of stuff that's like nothing. I would say is one of one in my collection.
Yeah.
It's all mass produced.
Well, I did give you a piece of art.
Oh, right? Yeah, I got one piece. That's right. Okay, I got one piece. That's one of one. That's true.
Yeah, that's right.
That's true. Where people, no one's knocked down my door yet to buy that. Like, where are the collectors coming from? When do I get my payday?
Raphael Kainan is an amazing artist.
It's a cool piece.
Turok is great.
It is.
Yeah. Sometimes I see like Stefan Rees when he didn't bring Turok to PAX when I was there. But sometimes I see photos of it and I still are like, oh, it's first piece I found.
Great franchise, great piece.
Yeah.
But on that note, if you're watching the video, hit the like button. Leave comments on the YouTube videos as well. It all helps out. Rate the podcast. Thanks for listening. See you guys in the next one.